Gordie is explaining to us, we have Fred on the line here. Fred, welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. I had to download the Meet app. Sorry.
No problem. So we were just talking about average sizes in a laneway home. I know one other common question that people are asking would be, okay, how do I navigate this? I know that there's opportunity to be had here. There's room in my backyard. I want to maximize. Well, could you please walk us through, what's the first thing that we should think about? Is it permitting? Is it to find somebody we trust?
Maybe I'll start and then Fred can help. The one thing, Fred and I are the face of the company. So behind us is a small army ready to go. So Fred and I usually talk to the person over the phone first, or they respond to our email saying, how can we help? And then usually we discuss our complimentary consultation. So Fred and I are two of the guys that really don't get paid by the customer directly. Like we do a lot of cost plus jobs and then everybody, would allocate their hours. But for Fred and I, we're doing a service. We're the face of the company. We go out and we will usually have an in-home consultation. And if things go well and we need to learn more about their zoning, we have Jacqueline is the first up to bat. And so she's on standby for what we like to call Fred, what do we call that? When Jacqueline helps out the first consultation, usually she'll do complimentary. That is
land use assessment. It's basically determining what the municipality, whichever municipality it is going to allow our homeowner, what they're going to allow them to build, how much they're going to be allowed to maximize the space that they have on their property.
Exactly. So we would like to stay within that. Jacqueline doesn't want to spin her wheels in a wrong direction. So she likes to usually start with a survey even, but we want to know, as a matter of fact, starting with the facts, what is the most they can do? And then we look at their budget and then find out maybe that's a limitation as well. So we can come within that and start our design phase. That's where it all starts, is coming up with the design they love. And we piggyback that with the budget that'll work.
So it sounds like customers are in good hands. They can just talk to you. They'll have a good understanding of what's possible given their property. And then from that point on, would that be the drawing that comes next, or after we can hone in on what kind of possibility is available to the homeowner?
So if I can jump in here, we've determined the land use assessment. So what can be done with the property, and of course, talk to the homeowner about not just what their budget is, but what are their goals? What were they hoping to accomplish with the property? In some cases, it's not feasible either because they're not permitted to develop as much as they want to, or their budget is too restrictive for accomplishing what their goals are. But we help walk them through that. Really, a lot of that is through space planning. It's determining with our homeowner, and that would be between Jacqueline and I, how to best use the allowable square footage to fulfill the goals that they have for their family. And sometimes those goals are multi-generational living. Sometimes it is a mortgage helper. It's for income that they have to develop the property. But that all starts with optimizing usable space, making sure that through a lot of knowledge, experience, and creativity, again, both Jacqueline and I bring a lot to the table in that regard, but making sure that there is no unused space, that there is no wasted space. A lot of cases you have, I call transition space, so hallways, staircases, those eat up a lot of usable space. That's sort of one space. It can only be used as a hallway or only used as a staircase. We want to optimize the multi-use spaces, right? The square footage that a homeowner can use for many different things.
That's a good point you brought up.